Hello, my name is Blaze Asayan, and I'm so glad that you're here. Today, I want to discuss the concept of being understood by the people around you and why trying to be understood, seeking that in life, is what is ultimately holding people back from achieving their dreams. So, what do I think of when I think of being understood by the people around me? What I think about is not speaking my mind, blending in with the crowd, not standing up for myself, doing all these things that would cause controversy naturally and cause disagreement. Um, Having no backbone. That's what I associate with trying to be understood by society and the people around you. Personally, I have no desire to be understood by anyone because I am my own person. The only person that understands me is me. Understand? I don't care what anyone thinks about me or how they interpret what I say because I have my beliefs about the world and I have had them for a while. And I tried the whole blending in with the crowd and suppressing what I believed in to try and fit in and to not cause any controversy. That just didn't work for me. So I'm sorry. That works for a lot of people and they live their entire lives like that, never voicing their opinion when they don't agree with people and blending in with the crowd. But I'm not going to do that because that's not me. I will always have this fire in me to spark conversation where everyone seems to be in agreement. And there's certain things that are supposed to be understood by everyone around you, by society at large. We call people, say, conspiracy theorists or all this other crazy stuff when they're in disagreement with the society at large. But I think that a lot of people have validity in their arguments when they are not just blending in with the crowd and they have, they're the 1 out of 100 that has a different opinion. People start to label them as crazy, only to find out that shortly after they were correct. And it's only those of us who question society at large and what we believe is possible that will achieve the impossible. Those are the people who innovate, who create amazing things. They question what society says, and they therefore go down a rabbit hole to try and figure out why everyone's in agreement when they decide that they aren't in agreement with society at large. They either stay quiet and they try to be understood by everyone around them, or they voice their opinion and they risk being misunderstood and they risk judgment from the people around them. And that is one of the things that differentiates the good from the great, from the extraordinary in life. I am not saying that I am a conspiracy theorist in any way, but I do question things where if I wasn't there in person to see something, I'm instantly questioning it. Instantly. Like right away, I'm going to say, okay, why is everyone in this room in complete agreement about something that happened hundreds of years ago or 50 years ago or however long ago? You weren't even born during that time period. You're simply recounting events as they were recorded in history and saying them as matter of fact, where there's no evidence that you can point to, that you know it to be true, to back up the argument that you're trying to make. That's why I'm naturally questioning things, naturally questioning why people believe what they want to believe, why they just go along with what they're being told by authorities. And I understand authorities seem to have all the credibility, right? They seem to, have more experience and knowledge on certain subjects. So we just say, oh, they must be right. We don't question it. I don't understand why people don't do that. I'll give you a quick example. I was in class in high school, and I was in a very political class. And let's just say that the constant narrative that was shared by the classroom, what was being taught, and what people were learning in the class everyone seemed to accept what was being said to them. And it was a group opinion. It was everyone had the same opinion except for me. Maybe some other people in the classroom had a different opinion, but they didn't voice their different opinion. So I decided that I would make my big year-long presentation. We had a project that would be the biggest project of the year. I decided that I wanted to create a project that went against the narrative that was being taught in the class. And look, I'm not political anymore. I'm just saying, like, out of, Republican, Democrat, I don't really care. I don't care for politics anymore because I realize how garbage it is, and how none of it really matters. And personally, the United States is just not really for me anymore. Trying to get out of here as soon as possible. Go to a place where people aren't bickering 24/7 about issues that they don't even have any control over. But sorry, I went on a tangent there. But yeah, I'm in the class and I tell my teacher, look, I want to make a presentation against this narrative, voicing a different opinion, because it seems that there's, it's just groupthink in the classroom and everyone has the same opinion. And I want them to start questioning themselves, asking, hey, why do I believe this? Do I believe this because I was told to believe this, or do I actually believe this deep in my spirit, in my heart? Do I really believe what is being told to me? So I made the presentation. I definitely got a few people triggered. Saw them sitting in their chairs, boiling a little bit. Had someone ask me a question, and I responded very kindly. The way they asked the question was very aggressive in tone, and I just stood there, and I knew that I made a good argument. I made a good argument to question the narrative, and that's why I was so calm to respond to them after they were pretty aggressive in their approach. Another example, I was in another space where we were speaking. It was a Toastmasters kind of thing, and everyone was told, to cast a vote if they believed in certain events throughout history. And this is pretty funny. So someone goes, so who believes in the moon landing? Everyone in the room raises their hands. I guarantee you that all of them, maybe one or two people, know actually about the moon landing and the evidence that proves that it's real. The rest of the room just raised their hands because they've always just been told that it's real and to never dispute that. And if you do, you're a crazy conspiracy theorist. But I sat there and I said, I don't know. Honestly, it's not that I don't think it happened. It's just I don't know. I haven't studied the moon landing and all the things around it to know whether it's real or not. And I was seen as the crazy person in the room. Meanwhile, they're all talking about how they think it's real with no evidence. And I'm the crazy person for saying I don't know if it's real or not. This is what it means to want to be understood by people around you. If you want to be understood, that's fine, but I don't think it's going to take you very far. I don't think you're going to be differentiated from the crowd if you're just trying to be understood constantly and fit in with people. And that's not what I want to do with my life. Just fit in, blend in, live an average, ordinary, blended in kind of life with no disputes, no difference in opinion. Just sitting there. This is what an average person would do. Just sit there while people are spewing arguments that they disagree with and not say anything. Okay? That's not what I'm going to do in my life. No matter how much the groupthink and the peer pressure gets, no matter how much they push me to believe one thing or the other, I'm going to stand firm in my values and not compromise. So that's one thing that I promise you that I will commit to you today will never happen. I will never, never give in. And I will always voice my concerns to things that I think are damaging, are against my values. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Now, I want to thank you for watching today's video. And if you believe in something, I just want to say, voice your opinion. Even if it's the opinion that isn't, the norm, isn't in agreement with everyone else. Voice your opinion, stand up for yourself, and make sure you never compromise. I want to thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one.